I do a lot of magic tricks. I do them at school, I do them at birthday parties, I do them all over the place. But it always happens, no matter what tricks I do, somebody's going to come up after and ask me, how did you do that trick? And I have to tell them, I can't tell you how I did it. Now, you've probably heard the expression, magicians never give away their secrets. And that's true. But that's not the real reason I can't tell them how I do the trick. The real reason is I don't know. You see, I never bother to learn the secrets. Let me tell you a story that explains why I never learned the secrets to the tricks. It goes back to when I was a kid and I went to a magic show. And the magician did a trick that made me want to learn how to do magic tricks. You see, his trick looked like this. He had 3 pieces of rope. He had a short piece of rope, he had a middle-sized piece of rope, and he had a long piece of rope. And what he did was, he took the short piece of rope and put it in his hand. He put the middle one in his hand with those 2, and they all of a sudden became the same size. This rope was the same size as this one, and this one was the same size as the other 2. And I thought, wow, that's the kind of trick I want to learn how to do. But he wasn't finished. He took the 3 pieces of rope that were all the same size, he said the magic words, and they went back to being all different sizes. And so I said, I want to learn how to do that trick where I have a short piece of rope and a middle piece of rope and a long piece of rope, and I put them all together and they become the same size. This one, the same as that one, and that one, the same as this one. And then I wanted to be able to pull them through my hand, and they all be different sizes again. So I went to the library, and I found a book on magic, and I looked through it, and there was a trick in there called the 3-rope trick. So I turned to that page, and I looked up to learn how to do the 3-rope trick. But what happened was that it turned out that the secret move you had to do was very difficult, and it was kind of disappointing. It wasn't near as fun to know how the trick was done. Let me show you what the book said to do. It said you take 3 pieces of rope, you take the long rope, and you kind of fold it in half like this and make a loop. And then you take the short piece of rope and you stick it through that loop. And then you take the middle piece of rope, and if you bring them all up together and hold them together in your hands just right, it would look like they were all the same length. And you have to hide this part so nobody sees that loop in there, and it kind of looks like they're all the same length. That wasn't at all the trick I wanted to do, and as you could tell from right there, that's kind of hard to do. You see, what I wanted to do was take the 3 pieces of rope, make them all the same size, and then put the 3 ropes that are the same size in my hand, pull it through the hand, and make them all the same, different sizes again. Now you see, I can do the trick where I have a short piece of rope, a middle piece of rope, and a long piece of rope, and I put them all together, and they turn into the same size. And I can put the 3 ropes that are the same size together, and I can make them all different again. But I can't explain to you how it's done because I never learned the secret.